This is a story of how my husband replaced me with his senior manager. Chapter 3. The Woman in the Mirror. I should have caused a scene. I should have stormed into that office, slapped Richard across the face, and exposed both of them right then and there. Instead, I walked away. I left the room before either of them realized I'd been there. I walked out of the building with a broken heart, but also with a plan. The drive home was a blur. When I stopped at a red light, I caught my reflection in the rearview mirror. The woman staring back at me looked unfamiliar. The warmth in her eyes had disappeared. The bright smile that Richard used to say he fell in love with had been replaced by something colder, harder. I wasn't crying. I wasn't even sad. I was furious, not only because my husband had betrayed me, but because two men had chosen to gamble with the lives of everyone who loved them. Richard wasn't just risking our marriage. He was risking our children's family, and Alex wasn't innocent either. His wife deserved the truth just as much as I did. That evening, Richard walked through the front door carrying a bouquet of white lilies. My project meeting ran late. He apologized. I figured. I smiled. Not because I wanted to, because I had to. I made your favorite for dinner, I said. His shoulders visibly relaxed. You're the best. The words almost made me laugh. Over dinner, he talked endlessly about work, the deadlines, the meetings, the endless paperwork. Lie after lie rolled off his tongue so naturally that I wondered how long he'd been practicing. I nodded at all the right moments, asked the questions a loving wife would ask, even laughed at one of his jokes. Inside, I was cataloging every contradiction. That night, after Richard had fallen asleep, I quietly reached for his phone on the bedside table. Locked. Face ID. Fingerprint. Password. He had changed every security setting. He had never done that before. Interesting. The next morning, while Richard was in the shower, his phone lit up. A notification flashed across the screen. Alex, last night was worth the wait. Before I could read anything else, the notification disappeared. Alex. So that was his full name. I didn't touch the phone. I didn't have to. One message was enough. Over the next several days, I perfected my performance. I folded Richard's clothes, made his coffee, packed his lunches, kissed him goodbye every morning, asked him how his day had been. He smiled every time, convinced his secret was safe. He had no idea that every kiss, every smile, every I love you was part of an act. I wasn't interested in revenge driven by blind anger. I wanted the truth, the whole truth. And when the time came, Richard wouldn't lose only my trust. He would lose the carefully built life he'd been lying to protect. At first, I considered telling Alex's wife everything. She deserved to know. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it would only make me the messenger. No, I wanted the truth to come from them. I wanted them to be forced to face the consequences of their own choices. So I came up with something far more satisfying. If they wanted to continue their affair, I'd make it as difficult as possible. Nothing illegal, nothing dangerous, just inconvenient. Petty? Absolutely. But after everything they'd done, I thought I'd earned the right to be a little petty. The first opportunity came sooner than I expected. Richard, I said one evening while we were cleaning up after dinner, your company dinner is next Saturday, right? He froze for the briefest moment. Then he looked at me with forced confusion. Company dinner. Yes. Eloise mentioned it when I saw her at the kids' school. His eyes darted away before returning to me. Oh, right. I completely forgot to tell you. Forgot. Of course. I was actually thinking of skipping it, he added. I tilted my head. Why would you skip it? Your promotion just got approved. We should celebrate. I don't know. I smiled sweetly. I'd really love to go. There it was. A flicker of panic. Gone almost as quickly as it appeared. He scratched the back of his neck and forced a smile. If it means that much to you, then sure. Perfect. He didn't know it yet, but for the first time since I discovered a secret, Richard was going to spend an entire evening trapped between his wife and the man he was trying so desperately to hide.